started. You got any predictions for this, having played against Pezz? You've seen a bit from Pigeon as well.
Well, against Pigeon I did what Pezz pretty much taught me, well, showed me in a way, which is a proxy 2-gate with Cybo with 2 stalkers. So he might pull that out. He likes to do that build. But I could probably just see a Stargate play, actually.
Stargate play, okay.
A proxy Stargate.
All right, well.
Or DTs.
Oh, okay, all DTs. All right, we'll see if he's right. Loading into the map now. In the bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the cheeky blue Protoss, he is Pezz. Wow, guys. No, let's... All right.
Redo.
All right. Let's get that on time this time. In the bottom left-hand corner, the blue Protoss, it's Pezz. There we go. Bit better. Maybe you'll do better than me.
Yeah.
How about you introduce our other player?
I'll give it a go. In the top right-hand corner, the player has taken out a lot of Protoss in this tournament. He is Pigeon.
All right. It's pretty good. I think they might like you better than me right now. Yeah.
Maybe.
You're the Protoss buddy.
Yeah.
Protoss power.
I think so.
I'm getting there.
How many Protoss in the audience? None. Oh, okay. Damn it.
I love the hush there. That was very nice.
Yeah, there's probably more Zergs than anything here.
Okay, Proxy Gate fun times.
Yeah, this is the build that I said he was going to do. He'll go up to 12 probes. He'll add a second gate with his simulator. He'll add, and then he'll add his cybernetics core, and he'll pretty much push with a zealot, and then he'll try to pull off probes, and then 2 stalkers will follow up. And if he can micro well, he can win. But I did this to Pigeon in my second game where I lost, and Pigeon actually held really well. So,
did he scout it?
Yes, he did.
Right, okay, so in this case, he hasn't actually scouted it yet. He's scouted his main base for anything in there, any cannon rush, any proxy gate, whatever. But he hasn't actually gone outside his base and seen what Pezz is doing. So maybe he's not actually expecting this build a second time.
Yeah, and it looks like Pezz is actually probing up. I actually don't know what he's doing here. Like, I thought he was... So, maybe... it's just a quick zealot. It'll probably be a quick zealot aggression. And he'll get his cybernetics core, but Pigeon will scout this here. He'll send it over to the 3rd, and then he'll see 1 gateway. So he'll probably just play it standard as seeing 1 gateway. He'll know there's a cybernetics core at home. He might actually add a 2nd gateway here. Right,
now, obviously this is a bit of a risk. It puts him behind on the economy. How much damage does he have to do to at least break even here?
Even just pulling probes off the line, like 4 to 5 probes off the line actually hurts an economy quite well. And if he can literally delay that for enough time, about a minute or so, he can get the eco advantage back. But it looks like Pigeon's holding quite well here. Yeah. But this pull here is actually really good for Pezz. And if he can at least snipe a probe or keep him off the mineral line, that's very good. And he's actually doing this very well. Yeah,
so far so good. A few of the probes earlier were actually following 1 probe as he pulled off to try and stop the Zealot from getting anything done there as well. But now that the Mothership calls out, the time is kind of up on this, but a Stalker is actually coming out. Now, that's from the Proxy Gate as well, so it can start wreaking some havoc here. It's still going to be a little bit tricky, though, for him to get some proper damage done. Pigeon's been doing quite a good hold so far.
Yeah, most definitely. It looks like Pigeon is going to lose a Zealot here, but that Stalker against the Mothership cause not that good, because if he, like, the Stalker's losing shields here and he pulls probes, he can't stick around. So looks like Pigeon is holding really well here. I expect to see 2 more gates from Pezz and follow it up with like a 10-gate sort of play, but it will be off this.
Well, just as you say it, there go those 2 extra gateways. Pigeon still holding strong. A 2nd Stalker now joining the fray. And Pigeon holding the ramp very well. Of course, with that high ground advantage, it makes it pretty tricky for Pezz to get up there. It's kind of a brave move for him to ever venture up there and just be like, okay, I'm going for it. Because he doesn't want to take too many pot shots to the face before he makes it. So he has been led up the ramp now, taking his first few shots at the Mothership core. But the 2nd Stalker of the Pigeon is out.
I was going to say, if he can get a photon overcharge or actually kill that Mothership core, I'd put the favor in Pezz. But I'd still put the favour in Pezz at the moment, as his gates are going to finish and Warp Gate's going to finish before Pigeon. So Pezz has a timing in a way to make more units than Pigeon.
And but that's so important.
Yeah,
right now.
And Pigeon is going to have a photon overcharge, which will give him that little bit of time. And then it's pretty much just going to come down to micro on the Stalkers.
There we go. Warp Gate has been completed. And, well, Pezz is coming up here, looking to do some damage. So far, so good. He's got only one injured Stalker, and there's the Nexus cannon going off there. He's going to have to back right up out of range. That does lose a Stalker. Not so good.
Yeah, Pigeon is going to hold here for a little bit, but I think as soon as them gateways are finished for Pigeon, he will have a stronger army with the probe pool and the mothership core. It's just all going to come down to Stalker micro. Pezz has less workers also, which means his income is significantly worse, and Pigeon will be able to make more Stalkers.
Kind of game numbers at the moment too. He's a round of Stalkers ahead. He's got a couple of Zealots in the mix too. He has more gates sooner than Pigeon does as well, so he's got that in his favor. And like you said, provided he micros well, he should be in a decent spot. Going to go for this pylon now. The Zealot taking the hits from the Nexus cannon, but it's run out now, and there are so many units, probes coming off the line, and he's going to try and start a step backwards away from those, picking off a couple of probes. But, well, Pigeon's still holding steady.
He's holding well. I think right now with these last two Stalkers coming in, Pezz can actually just push in and go for victory. He has a good army supply lead. He has way more Stalkers.
Still supply blocked too.
Yeah, there was a massive supply block. He's going to be unsupply blocked here, warping a few Stalkers. Oh, he warps in Zealots. I'm surprised.
Yeah, well, he doesn't really have much to tank apart from these few probes, and I'm sure he'd prefer not to lose those, so he does send them back to mining right now. Another Nexus cannon goes off, buy him a little bit extra time, but there's still a lot of stuff here from Pezz.
Yeah, if I was Pezz right now, I would actually macro up behind this. He has a big army. He can sit at the bottom of the ramp. He knows Pigeon doesn't have any other tech apart from gateways. He's done a lot of damage to the army. He's done some economic damage, but if he just probes, he could be even further ahead, but I think Pezz is just going to go straight for it. After this photon overcharge is finished, he's just going to push straight in. He has a massive army.
Sure looks like it, and he just keeps warping in as much as possible. I think his mindset right now is very much, okay, I have a lot of stuff. If I just keep making more stuff, he's never going to be able to catch up. I unpowered a gate. His gates were later. I've had the quicker warp in the whole time, so you're definitely right. He's going to come in for a big attack, and is this going to be it? The Zealots will take the first hits, but there's so many more Stalkers here for Pezz.
The probes are coming in. The probes are such good tanks at the moment. But it's going to be whoever has the better micro on the Stalkers. It looks like pretty even. The Zealot tanking. This is helping Pigeon. Pigeon's actually pushing Pezz back.
With the reversal. Oh my goodness. He's actually doing a lot of damage here. The mothership core goes down, but these Stalkers have done so well. Now there's a couple of sentries here, so we can actually keep him out of the base if need be. And not so good Pezz. He GG's out. Pigeon will take the match with a 2-0. Very quick series there. A pretty fun one nonetheless. Pretty action-packed.
Yeah, PvP is usually pretty quick depending on the players.
Depending on the players. Some players like Pezz and Frustration like to take days.
We had a few good games.
That was actually a really fun series.
Yeah, PvP can go either way. It can be really quick like that, or it can go very long. So
yeah, certainly. All right, so unfortunately, that ends the run of Pezz in the bracket, because this is the losers bracket. That does mean, though, that Pigeon will go on to play against Argus in his next match. So without further ado, let's cross over to Ellison for the interview.
Hi, guys. We're here with the winner. Let's give it up for Pigeon, who convincing fashion 2-0. Give it up. Very, very, very well played. Lots of cheerfuls. That's great. Okay. So that first game came down to a lot of Immortals. What brought out that strategy? Like, why so many Immortals for it?
Because the Pezz, he built a very lot of Stalker, and with Blink, I think the Immortal is the best choice. And Immortal in the PvP is a very, very good unit, and more Immortal and more DPS.
More Immortals, more DPS. That should be a new hashtag. Hashtag more Immortals, more DPS. Okay. And
Scorto is too trash.
Colossus too trash. That's another one as well. Okay. And then in the second game, he cheesed you, but you scouted it. What made you think that he was going to build a proxy gateway?
I do many projects in Korea server, and there's a very, very much proxy gate, and it's necessary to do is to see the 2 base and 3 base. What if they have the Percy gate, we can defense early. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be the lowest brackets finals. Pigeon's going to be versing Iagas next. Give him a big cheer.